Klarna. You know, Klarna, the buy now, pay later for everything from groceries to clothes to even your rent. Well, that company is trying to make Wall Street love them again after their failed initial public offering scheme. I'm calling it a scheme for a pretty good reason. Let's get into it. After scrapping their IPO, their initial public offering, dreams when the interest rates went back up, Klarna is back at it again. This time, they're hoping to raise $1.27 billion at a $14 billion valuation. Okay, big banks like Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan are lining up, obviously, to try to cash in, but there is a catch. Klarna was actually once worth $45 billion, but that was back during the Panini bubble. And if you look at what they're worth now, that's an 85% drop. That's big time, guys. However, Klarna's revenue is now slowly growing up to 54% this year, but they are still losing $53 million a quarter. Not a year, every 3 months ago, about $53 million lit up. That's a lot of money. And it's a smaller loss than they experienced last year, thus the slowly growing, but the model still relies on consumers taking on micro debt for everyday purchases, as we mentioned at the top. CEO of Klarna once said, quote, "Democratizing credit is the mission and vision," but I again find myself asking, for who? Investors or the millions of shoppers that actually need some sort of payment breakup to afford groceries, to afford clothes and roofs over their head? And I call it a scheme at the top for very good a reason. I do think it is a bit of a scheme. It is to lure people that desperately need the support, the help, these social safety nets in some degree, right? But it's through a privatized company, so it's not the same, but you get what I'm saying. Taking these people that desperately need support and preying on them, slamming them with fees. The people that need Klarna for support are actually getting dinged with really high payment plans and fees. They just keep racking up additional fees, and that's how they're getting all of this revenue. It's very predatory. But again, there's a lot of folks who desperately need some sort of help like this, some sort of structure that allows them to afford the things that allow them to live and survive. Anyway, I think the big banks are going to latch back onto this as a way to squeeze consumers. Somehow the banks will profit from this. It's unclear exactly the pipeline there, but that's my suspicion. So again, I'll keep my eyes on this, the IPO, but geez Louise, until next time, I'm V.